What's going on, guys? It's Greeny here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, guys, I'm going to show you how to become a meme coin master. These are the best indicators that I have consistently used when trading Solana meme coins and made so much profit over the past year. If you like my content, please subscribe down below. YouTube tells me that 23%, only 23% of you who watch this channel click subscribe. So smash the subscribe button, guys. Let's get to 10K as soon as possible. Don't forget to check out all of my subscriptions down below, my trading group, become a YouTube member to get early access to these videos, and so much more down below in the description. As always, guys, here's the video. Alrighties, guys, I get asked this question so often. Greeny, what are the best indicators in the meme coin space? Or Greeny, how do you use charts to essentially understand bullish or bearish structures? How do you know when to buy? How do you know when to sell? And essentially, when are you looking to take profits or when are you looking to cut weak positions? Now, it's all in the charts, guys. Anybody that tells you that TA doesn't work is honestly fading TA. TA's consistently worked for hundreds of years across all different markets, okay? So essentially, it works for bonds, it works for currencies, it works for stocks, it works for gold, it works for Bitcoin, it works for meme coins. So anyone that says that is fading it, and I'd highly suggest potentially doing some further research, whether it's watching some online videos or obviously reading some of those textbooks that you can find on the internet or on Amazon, those sorts of things, guys, because it definitely does help you become a smarter trader. And at the end of the day, you want to be getting into a meme coin at really good entry levels. And for me, I use a range of these indicators, which I'm going to show you today, to essentially lock in profits or cut weak positions and save my capital, because that's what we're trying to do over time, guys, is compound our wealth to make 10,000s, 100,000s, and to make hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, okay? To make $10, hundreds of dollars. It's all about being consistent over time. And using charts and using indicators has made me a lot of money over the past 3 cycles, but even a lot more money this cycle on meme coins. So without further ado, I'm gonna run you through the different sort of ways that I like to track meme coins and the indicators that I use. So right now I'm on Deck Screener. Now, I like to clean up my charts so there's no grids and no other sorts of things in the background. So to do that, guys, you right click, you go to settings, okay, you come over here and you just turn off grid lines, okay? That'll immediately, essentially, show your chart like this. So I don't have all the grid lines in the background, and it keeps it nice and clean so you can see the buy and sell candles, you can see your Fibonacci levels, etc. Okay, you can see the volume candles nice and easily as well. So that's what I like to do. Now, the Fibonacci is my absolute go-to. So if you've missed a meme coin pump, so for example, I missed this first brainlet pump. It obviously went up crazy amounts. So if you managed to catch that, you could have made over 100x in profits, guys. So essentially what you want to be doing is trying to find, okay, where is this next going to pump? So what I like to do is using Fibonacci. So Fibonacci is a mathematical tool. It's based on market psychology and works, as I said, on every single chart that you can see, even on meme coins that are only worth a couple $100,000 or a couple $1 million. Now, as you can see here, price always respects those mathematical or psychological levels. So as you can see, we've wicked a lot of times going up to these levels up the top, okay, at this 0.618, okay? So this is called the golden pocket. These are levels, so the 0.786 and the 0.886 are absolute steals for buying and DCAing into potential meme coins. So as you can see here, it's respected this level 3 times, okay? This is brainlet, and the 0.886 was respected twice, guys, and that gives you 6 points of accumulation, okay, to potentially take this swing trade, okay, for a juicy 175% profit. Now, that's how I consistently use the Fibonacci tool to find my good entries. And then, as you can see here, price has rejected from where, guys? So we wicked all the way up here. We tried to break above the 0.382, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, but failed to do so. So if I was in this trade from lower, I would start to de-risk. I'd start to take profits, okay, up at this level because it's showing weakness in the short term. Similarly, like I like to do, guys, I like to show a basic support and resistance trend line. So as you can see here, this one here is obviously resistance. So the bigger thick one that's going down is resistance. So price has not been able to break above that point until a couple days ago here. That shows me that we've now flipped from bearish back to bullish. Now what we're seeing is on this smaller time frame, so this one that's going up, It bounced along, okay, showed support, showed support, showed support, showed support again. So that shows me bullish strength, but now we're breaking below it, guys. So again, I'd either take profits up here at the 0.382 or I'd take profits off the table as soon as I see a weak trade. So that's support resistance using simple trend lines, guys. And essentially the way you draw trend lines is by wicks, okay, or by candles. The more touches that you have on your trend line, the stronger that trend line is. And trend lines just show you a really simple way to support or resistance, okay? So in other words, support is holding above that level, resistance is closing below that level. And essentially, as you can see here, this is bearish, okay? So we were bearish, bearish, bearish until we flipped above that big white one. And now we are obviously bullish, bullish, bullish going up this one here. And now we've just broken below that, which is actually very bearish. So that's trend lines. Now, let me show you my Fibonacci settings, guys, just so you can make it nice and clean as well. Because when you do set it up initially, there's a lot of noise going on. There's background colors, those sorts of things. So for me, I turn the trend line off. Okay, these are the levels that I like to watch. So usually price respects at least the golden ratio. So that's the 0.5 Fibonacci to the 0.618 Fibonacci. The next levels that I found a lot of meme coins love to find support and often find a lot of bottoms. And I'm talking about meme coins over the past year have consistently found bottoms around the 0.786 and the 0.886. So you can set some buy orders on Pepe Boost, on BullX, etc., which you can sign up in the link below at these levels, and you can lock away some crazy profits just by swing trading these meme coins. Unlike other people who don't use TA. So those are my levels that I like to use, which you've seen in the background below. As you can see here, I do hide, the background is turned all the way down, okay, and I do take off the fib levels and those sorts of things. I like to keep it over on the side. If you are someone that likes to also add price, you can obviously add these over on the side and change a lot of the font sizes just to show you. Like, this is what I mean. So you can add the prices, as you can see over on the side. So if you're obviously looking to set your Pepe Boost or your BullX levels, then this is obviously at 19 mil, this one's at 15 mil, this one's at 8.5 mil. But obviously sometimes meme coins don't reflect price with the actual million market cap that it is. So sometimes it does pay to turn off prices and just keep your Fibonacci levels nice and clean. And then just use the cursor, as I'm showing you on the screen right now, to see potential levels that you could potentially look for a swing trade on this particular trade. So without a doubt, guys, I use volume down the bottom matched with trend lines, okay, which shows me bullish and bearish structure, but then I use Fibonacci's to find levels of either taking profits or obviously levels of accumulation and entries, okay? So that is by far my most reliable tool that I've used for ages in meme coins and all those types of things. The next one, guys, is obviously less of a less of an indicator, but you must check your security of a token, okay? So I use Soul Scanner. You can obviously use BullX, okay? It has inbuilt sort of platforms to track the safety of a token. It has bubble maps up the top, up here, okay? Bubble maps, so you can see what's happening behind the scenes. You can track the dev buy, you can track the dev sell. So I use both Soul Scanner, both other platforms like RugCheck, okay? I use Auto Simulator on Ethereum tokens, but I use BullX obviously to just see, okay, the safety behind a token. As you can see over on the side, it says audit, all good. This is all what you want to see, green ticks for all of your tokens. Otherwise, I avoid those meme coins, guys, because 99% of the time they do go to zero. The next one I like to use is HolderScan, guys. This is just holderscan.com. Type in your meme coin there, and essentially you want to see holders going up on all time frames. This indicator allows you to make sure that you aren't the only one buying this particular meme. Ideally, you want the community to grow, you want more people to step in, you want buyers to step in, and that allows you to stay ahead of other people because you're tracking on-chain statistics to see how many people are holding this token. So you want this chart to be moving up to the right always. If it starts to move down, okay, on lower time frames, and then it starts to move into macro time frames, then ideally it might be a time to potentially cut that position. Now, lastly, guys, if you find a meme coin that's a bit bigger, so we're talking meme coins that are probably over 100 mil, okay, you can obviously chart them on TradingView. Now, TradingView I use for all of my other tokens, my currencies, all those types of things, as you've seen on my Twitter page. But you can obviously use it for meme coins. So I've got Pepe here, and I just want to show you two more indicators that I do like to use. So as you can see, I have got the Fibonacci from 0 all the way to the top. And obviously that's how I like to do it on all these meme coins, is use the Fibonacci, drag it from 0 all the way to the top with those levels and watch those levels for potential entries. Alternatively, some other ways that you can play this indicator down the bottom is CCI divergences. So you can just type it in. It's this one here, CCI Divergences by Tista. Add that as a favorite. It is so good, guys. So on all time frames, it is going to show you when RSI, so a lagging indicator, okay, stochastic momentum of RSI. So it's going to show you when there are potential bullish divergences or when there are potential bearish divergences. So as you can see on the daily for Pepe, we haven't seen a bearish divergence for a very long time. So let's zoom in, okay, because a lot of these meme coins we're looking at, honestly, 15-minute sort of charts, but for the sake of this video, I'll just show you these last two indicators. As you can see here, we've had several bearish indicators. So as you can see, price, as soon as RSI or CCI shows bearish indicators, we often dip. So the bearish indicator was there, guys, and we dipped from that low to there. So you could have caught that 1% move. And again, I like to leverage trade meme coins on Blowfin. So again, you can sign up for Blowfin in the description below. So if they are a bigger meme coin, then you can short them. Or as you can see here, we had a massive sell-off, guys, and we set a bullish divergence, which actually saw this token, so it's from there all the way up to there, move up 2%. So again, if you're using 10x leverage on 2% move for Pepe, that's 20% returns on, say you got 1,000, that's 200 bucks really easily just by using this indicator down below. Now, divergences obviously do take some time to play out. Sometimes they are lagging, so always do your due diligence by looking at the chart and seeing whether you can potentially see a divergence about to play out and take that swing trade before it actually plays out. The last one, guys, that I want to show you is just volume profile. So there are my settings on the screen. I've changed the bar color to green just to make it nice and easy for me to see. But what you'll find is on several, and you can play around with the settings, whether you want it to spread across the whole sort of trend. As you can see, this is just sort of the last few blocks over the last, if I enter it in, as you can see, so number of bars is only 500. So whatever time frame you're on is the last 500 bars on that time frame that it'll take volume profile. So what it's going to do is it's going to show me where liquidity is likely to go. So where price is going to go. So using this bullish divergence down the bottom here, so I would have looked for a long down the bottom here, and I would have looked for a target up at either these volume profile, guys. So as soon as you see a gap in volume, so as you can see here, this is why we're pumping, and that's why we spend a lot of time, as you can see, in this high volume area. That's why that's where the orange line is, which is the peak of volume on Pepe on the 15-minute chart. And why we pumped a bit higher is because there's more volume, more liquidity stacked up here from previous price action. So volume profiles is a good one, guys, just to see, just to measure sort of where price could potentially go as a level to maybe take some profits off the table, as well as your Fibonacci levels, as well as obviously support and resistance, like I showed you with trend lines, guys. So I like to use all of those indicators to consistently lock in profits across the meme coin space. So let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to help you out. But also let me know in the comments, what indicators do you use when trading meme coins in the Solana meme coin space? As always, guys, thanks for watching. So there you have it, guys. There are the best indicators that I have consistently used to lock in crazy meme coin gains on Solana. If you like my content, subscribe down below. Smash the like button as well, because it genuinely does help the channel grow and I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my trading group down below. And also, if you'd like to support the YouTube channel and get early access to these videos, become a YouTube member by clicking the link in the description below. As always, guys, take care and I'll see you in the next one.